All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm Beeb. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes to get into. I'll go started. Feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we can live and even live. Also, need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Good luck, everybody. Go ahead and get started. Thank you, sir. Happy to be back. And yes, let us do It's a Messy. Box number 1, Devontae Adams. Out of 9, Mike Schmidt. Out of 4, and dual auto for Tony Oliva and P. Rose. 5 of 8. Jim Palmer, out of 9. Penny Hardaway, 1 of 1. And quad auto, Brutus Beefcake, Tito Santana, Tatanka, and Coco Beware. 7 of 10. Raleigh Fingers, out of 35. Max Holloway, out of 15. And Giannis, 1 of 35. Joe Dumars, 2 of 9. Greg Oden, 52 out of 100. Steph Curry, Steve Nash, and Magic Johnson. Triple auto, 7 of 8. Boom. Box number 5. Appreciate it, man. Promise not to leave you guys again. Fred Williamson, 2 of 2. Mike Piazza, 425. And Joe Theismann, Captain Bubbly, 60 out of 100. Richard Dent, 1 of 2. Iron Mike Tyson, out of 25. And Sean Kemp, 80 out of 100. Rain Man. Dwight Gooden, 4/6. Paul O'Neal, out of 6. And Giannis, back again, 47 out of 100. Larry Nance Sr. out of 4. Joe Montana out of 30. And Floyd Money Mayweather, 14 out of 35. Lynn Dickey out of 35. Ryan Sandberg out of 15. And Pedro Martinez. 88 out of 100. Box number 10. Sidney Moncrief. 3 of 4. Maya Hamm. 3 of 8. And 1 of 8. Alex Morgan. Box number 11. Thurman Thomas, 4 of 8. Edgerrin James, 1 of 1. And Barry Sanders, 2 of 10. Riddick Bowe, 1 of 1. Terry Bradshaw, 3 of 5. And Bartolo Colon, Big Sexy. Box number 13. Donnie Shell, 1 of 1. Jim Kelly, 1 of 5. And Steph Curry, 6 of 7. Boom. Tim Hardaway out of 35. Reggie Jackson out of 10. And Troy Polamalu. 82 out of 100. And final box of the break. Good luck, everybody. Box number 15. George McIntyre, G-Mac. Out of 9. Allen Iverson out of 35. And Andre Dawson. 47 out of 100. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break as always. Gonna go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second. And then we will take care of the randoms. Alright, for the hits, Devontae Adams, Mike Schmidt, Jim Palmer, Penny Hardaway, Raleigh Fingers, and Max Holloway, and Giannis. Joe Dumars, Greg Oden, Fred Williamson, Mike Piazza, Joe Theismann, Richard Dent, Mike Tyson, Sean Kemp, Dwight Gooden, Paul O'Neal, Giannis, Larry Nance Sr., Joe Montana, Floyd Money Mayweather, Lynn Dickey, Ryan Sandberg, Pedro Martinez, Sidney Moncrief, Maya Hamm, and Alex Morgan. Thurman Thomas, Edgerrin James, Barry Sanders, and Riddick Bowe. Terry Bradshaw, Bartolo Colon, Donnie Shell, Jim Kelly, Steph Curry, Tim Hardaway, Reggie Jackson, Troy Polamalu, George McIntyre, Allen Iverson, and Andre Dawson. And for the multi-signers, dual auto for Tony Oliva and Pete Rose, Steph Curry, Steve Nash, and Magic Johnson, and Brutus Beefcake, Tito Santana, Tatanka, and Coco Beware. Alright, that is it for Multisport. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break as always. Back-to-back skunks? I'm sorry. It does happen. Them's is the breaks, as they say. All right, we're going to head to random.org for these guys. Stay tuned if you have any of them and the random. Get that squared away. And for the rest of you, look forward to having y'all back in here for more breaks tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day, because they just never stop. On to random.org we go. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Give it to your high to be valid for us. Gonna go 5 times on each random, starting off with the dual auto of Tony Oliva and Pete Rose. That is 4 times. Final roll. Tony Oliva coming out on top. Steve Nash, Steph Curry, and Magic Johnson, triple auto. That's 4 times. Final roll. And it is Steve Nash coming out on top. Congratulations. And Brutus Beefcake, Tito Santana, Tatanka, and Coco Beware. 4 times. Final roll. That is Coco Beware coming out on top. Congratulations. Alright, that'll do it for us for today. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Thank you guys for joining and spending some time here with us on a Monday. And we look forward to having y'all back in here sometime in the very near future for more breaks. Till then, guys, have a good one.